There, guys. This morning, it's actually afternoon at this point. This afternoon, I wanted to talk about something that um, came as a big lesson to me recently. I didn't realize it was a lesson, but it was a lesson, and it showed me a lot, and I wanted to share it. First of all, because it'll be very helpful. I hope to you all. Um, but so without going into all of the details of it, first of all, because it is irrelevant and it would just be too much. Um, but I'll talk in a roundabout way about the situation. Hmm. So I have for about 2 weeks been basically overwhelmed um, by a situation that got literally put in my lap. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't asking for it. I wasn't anything, but nowhere near my mind. And so because of the position that I'm in, I was the one who basically had to take care of it. Um, it became a burden. It became very, very overwhelming. It became, and mind you, also, it's a situation where, well, I'm gonna put it like this, so that it'll make a little bit more sense. It is a situation concerning um, my former husband. So, with that being the case, I have told you guys little tidbits about the situation uh, that that I was in pretty much at the end of my marriage. Um, that caused the separation. Anyway, um, with that being the case, I went through quite a lot to recover myself, things. My daughter went through a lot. I have absolutely no doubt that a lot of her rebellion and acting out and all that stuff was a um reflection, if you will, of us breaking up because he had been in her life since she was what, 1.5, 2 years old. So, uh, but anyway, um, the situation got put on me. I found myself in a situation where people were expecting me to do what you got to do, you know. No compassion that this was an inconvenience. No compassion also that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Like, this is very new to me. It's a whole new situation. Uh, the situation in itself brought about all kind of things that I have to go through, phone calls I gotta make, just basically putting me in a situation where, like I just said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and then I got to deal with all of the ramifications that come with it and basically just fish my way through it. And people, here's the point of my video is really the gall of people. That's my message. And it's probably gonna be my title. Because the fact that people were just expecting me just to make it happen. Like, they didn't give a damn how long it took. They don't care how long, how much it put me through. Uh, wasn't trying to offer any whatever on, well, maybe you could do this. Can you try this? Have you done, just nothing. And like I say, it became, I mean, like overwhelming, you know. And like I say, this is a situation where I wasn't even expecting, came completely out of the blue and just sat in my lap. Um, so anyway, and so then, um, what consequently began, what happened is that I asked people, certain people who actually had a right to help me because of their affiliation with this person, to help me. They not only did they offer, and I took it because I needed help. Uh, but yeah, they offered and said what they would do and what they could do, and all of this stuff. And then when I took them up on it and began to proceed with them helping me and them telling me, or me telling them how I needed the help and how you can help me, and so forth, ghosted, ghosted, to where I have not heard from them now in almost a week. Whereas they were calling every single day before that about this situation. And, you know, it was getting, like I say, very, very, very overwhelming for me, to the point of, like, I'm so overwhelmed and I'm so not getting any help, and I'm so trying to fish through waters that I have no idea where I'm in, and people are just, oh, well, call this number. Maybe you can talk to this person. Well, you can call this department, and then this department's going to get you here. Never talking to a human. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing of it too. I'm just getting transferred to this department, that department. You know, one these people, without, like I say, going through, going too much in depth to it, with it, sent me forms, first of all, that I needed to have certain things to even fill these forms out. One of those forms by itself was 77 pages. Once again, I'm completely overwhelmed. Like, I don't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was just one part of the process. Like, that part wasn't even it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, no help. But getting back to the people, because that was the lesson. Completely ghosted by people who said that they would help me and offer this and whatever. Then when you take them up on it. And so my message is the fact that people really truly have no problem in expecting you to do. People have no problem with just putting stuff in your lap. People have no problem with just giving you a burden. People have no problem and truly expect you with a good attitude to just take it. Really seriously, just take it. Like, you're supposed to just do this. You know what I'm saying? And with the situation of all of the paperwork and the this and the that was coming to me, these people expected a big hoofla of an event. Like, they expected, they wanted the best. Like, they're telling me, oh, well, yeah, well, oh, yeah, we want this and this and this. And like I say, no help. They didn't make one phone call. They're not helping at all. And so it just let me know how people don't give a damn about you or your life or your feelings or your thoughts or your whatever. They will literally just come into your life and expect you to do. Care how it burden you, don't care how you feel about it. Don't I mean they and that's the whole point of what I'm talking about, the gall of people. And some of them will actually have an attitude about, you know, about you having an attitude, you being upset, you being overwhelmed. They'll get attitude. And it just it's another reason why I always I keep my circle so small. I stay to myself. I just don't deal a lot with people because my whole point is that people bring you their shit. Like that's my reason. It's not that I'm mean. It's not even per se that I just don't like people. Like, I mean, that's kind of crazy because I don't know every person. So I can't just say that. But people will literally, seriously just bring you their shit. That's why I've never been really big on having a lot of friends. I've never been big on, having like a lot of people in my life and things like that. And I've been like that most of my life. And to say the least has been beneficial to me. But, and people will call me a recluse and people will say, oh, well, you don't deal with people and try to make it seem like I'm stuck up and whatever. And it's not any of that. I'm not stuck up at all. Even though I've gotten that all my life, usually by people who don't even take the time to get to know me. So it's like, how do you call me stuck up when you won't even take the time to get to know me? It sound like you the stuck up one, you know. But I've had that all my life, and it is those people who don't even take time to even try, you know. Um, but yeah, people will do this, and like I said, I got to the point to where I was getting overwhelmed, really almost to the point of tears because it was getting like literally just completely unfair. I mean, just completely unfair for not only for me to be in this situation, but for people to try to put me in the situation and then don't even help me with it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, just the gall of people, and just this message is just about how people will expect of you and expect you to be with okay. They expect you to be okay with their expecting. You know what I'm saying? Then I started thinking last night. I mean, I got so many different messages about this, but I started. It kind of went on and went on and went on. I was just thinking about so many things, and then I started thinking about this whole, as far as relationships, this whole what you bring to the table thing. Even though you don't really hear it anymore because it has been completely debunked. So uh, at this point, maybe some people are still saying it. I don't know, but it don't seem to really be a big thing anymore because guys are beginning to realize how stupid it is to you know. So, but this whole "what do you bring to the table" thing, I started thinking about that about people's expectations. People expecting you to bring the table. Okay. And I started thinking about that and thinking about it in relation to the situation that I'm in about, okay, if I do this, I'm at what can you help me with if I do this? Okay? Because the table, according to you or whatever, or according to the way the question is even phrased, is the big part of the thing. But I mean, this is the table. You know what I'm saying? And if you're expected to bring the table. So then I start thinking about it, I'm like, well, so I bring the table. Can you help me take it out the car and like set it up? And all that, you know, or can you possibly help me clean off and wash the table and, get it all nice and, just put a tablecloth on it and all that, can you maybe bring some chairs if I bring the table, you know? Then there's a whole thing of the table. Most time you get a table like that, usually it's some food or something on that is, uh, so can you bring the food? You know what I'm saying? Can you, if I bring the table, can you bring the food or the chairs, or like I say, help me clean off the table, help me bring out the car. Like, what part are you going to play with once I bring the table? You know what I'm saying? Because going back real quick to the situation that I was being put in, what I had to do was the big part. Like, if my part didn't get done, like, wasn't, I mean, I really seriously had the burden of, you got to do this, like this, and it's the big part. You know what I'm saying? Uh, and so I'm like, moral of the story, if no one, if people are asking of you and expecting of you, and then they don't offer like anything, like nothing, you know, um, it's some bullshit. It's some bullshit, and they don't care about you. They don't care about your burden with it. You gonna watch me. I'm bringing the table now. I got it in my trunk, everything. So you gonna watch me pick it up, carry it, struggle with it into the house. Or you gonna sit there and watch me prepare the food and prepare all of the whatever to put on the table, the dinner, the whatever. You're gonna watch me, get the chairs to so you're gonna sit there and just sit back and watch me do everything, even though you've asked me to bring the table. I done brought the table, and so I'm gonna do everything else. Like, and I'm hoping this makes sense to you all. I'm using this is completely metaphor, but I'm hoping that you understand what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, people will expect of you. And like I say, no matter how much it burdens you, no matter how it hurts you, no matter how inconvenient it is for you, they just expect you to do. And then, like I say, when you ask them to do anything, even a small part, if you ask them to do anything to help you out with that, and they gone, they ghost, they leave, they just, quit answering their phone for the last 3 days, like what has happened in my situation. When you were calling every day, when you was expecting me to do, but then now that I've asked you to do, I'm not even hearing from you. I got other people calling them to see if they answer. They nope, they ain't answer for nobody. And I'm just like, wow. So you really would have sat up here and just let me, and not only that, I'm telling you how it's burdening me. I'm telling you how this is overwhelming. I'm telling you how I've never done this before and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm telling you this. Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, it ain't easy. You just take it easy, girl. You'll get it together. But where's your help? Where's your help? And that's it, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. It don't take that long for me to, explain and get you guys to understand. Those who watch my channel, you all are usually very, very mature women. So y'all get it. Y'all get it, but it's just a trip, the realization of it. The realization of, and I wasn't looking at it like that, because let me say this part too. I wasn't looking at it like that because I've had to learn a real big lesson in my life. And I've learned that within, I'm going to say probably within maybe the last year or so. I've really seriously had to learn this. And it is simply that I don't owe anybody anything. And I don't have to save the world. I don't have to save people. And that right there has been huge in my life. I've always took on other people's burdens to help ease them and burden myself. And I've always allowed people to make me feel guilty about even not doing even stuff that they don't even do or stuff they won't do for themselves and won't nobody else do it. I'll put myself out there and do it. And I do it because I have the heart, which is another part of some of the realization I was getting last night. It's because I have a heart, and it's because I care, and it's because when I see somebody with a problem, like I want to help, I want to offer, I want to, I want to do what I can to help ease people's burdens. But people, some people will take advantage of that, and they'll try to get all they can out of that and out of you, and make you ultimately look like a fool. And honestly, because of my good intentions, because of my heart, because I care about people, because I am a natural caregiver, um, I've been stuck in my life. Like I always get out of it. I always like the universe, God, whatever you want to say, source, spirit, whatever you want to call it, has never let me just get in a situation where I'm holding the bag and it just becomes just a horrible outcome for me. Now it'll be very inconvenient and bad sometimes, depending on how long I'm even in the situation trying to help other people. But I never get it to where I'm just ass out. Like I'm just completely, it just completely ruined my life. I always, at the end of the day, come out victorious. I always, at the end of the day, get a blessing out of it. I always am helped. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not just left with crap on my face, if I can say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though they had bad intentions, or even though they had I don't give a shit intentions. Like they really, like, people will literally leave you holding the bag and run off. Like seriously. And so, but God is good. Universe is good. I mean, how, like I say, however you want to say it, I've never been just deserted by the universe or God. And so I'm thankful for that. I'm very thankful for that. I always uh quote, it's actually a scripture that says, no weapon formed against me is going to prosper. And, all good things come, work together for the good, and so I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for that. Um, because I don't just totally get left holding the bag without some other help. Now that person, what they meant for my bad, God always turns it around for my good. And so for that, I'm thankful. And with that message, I'm telling you, I'm not saying don't help people. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? Um, what I am saying is that don't let them leave you completely holding all the bag. You know what I'm saying? Get them a piece of it. You know what I'm saying? Give them something. And when you give them something or ask them for anything that would help you out, instead of just burdening, throwing it all into your lap, see what they do. See where their head is. See where their mind is. If they just run off and leave and just whatever, yeah, you drop it. Drop it. The end of this story is that last night, I'm very, very grateful and thankful. People who I was talking to and explaining this to, who actually do care about me, um, essentially took the burden from me. And I'm so grateful for that, because they took the burden. They said it wasn't going to be no problem for them. It was going to be taken care of. Don't even worry about it no more. It's not your fault that this came, and were just put in your lap and you expected to do all that. And, and I'm still kind of worried about, oh, what about such and such part? They like, don't even worry about that. Like, matter of fact, forget that part. That don't even have to be. Like, we ain't even got to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. Like, these people, these other people are just wanting you to run yourself into the ground. Don't care how it happens. They just want it to happen. They are a non-factor at this point. And so last night, those other people got blocked from my phone. Don't call me no more. Don't, especially since you won't even answer your phone no more. Like, yeah, don't even call me no more. I'm done. Finito. That's it. I will more than likely, hopefully, never hear from them again. And just like that, the situation is good and done. Now there's still other factors in it that I have to deal with, but that part of it, is a huge part of, now that I don't have to deal with that. Now I can focus on this. And so, I'm just believing, God, whatever, that that part will be easy as well. It's not going to be as red tape and as much bureaucracy as it seems. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be that hard. I don't see why it got to be that hard. Um, so I still have to do a few things and make some phone calls and possibly even, you know, uh, go and actually by foot actually go and do some things. But it's okay. It's okay. That part of it is okay because that part is necessary and that's the part that's going to benefit me and help me, you know. And so, but yeah, you guys don't let nobody do that. Seriously. You and your good heart, you and your good nature, you and your desire and want to help, don't allow people to take advantage of that and take advantage of you and hurt you and burden you and then just basically say F you. Don't allow people to do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow people to do you that way. Don't be a fool behind that. You know what I'm saying? You can have a good heart and you can have love for people, but at the end of the day, don't let people take advantage of you because they will. They absolutely will. So you guys, please, I want to hear I want to hear your comments. Like if there's a situation that you had where, and I know you have, um, where people have, tried to take advantage of you and tried to ask 85% of you why they really gave nothing, but didn't want to give their percentage or whatever. I would love to hear that. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Um, you guys, please hit the notification bell. Hit all notifications so you'll know when I upload a video. Um, I thank you guys so much for watching my channel and I know I got a few new members. I'm so thankful. I'm really so grateful. I think it's special people who watch my channel. I really do. Um, you're definitely special to me. I certainly appreciate it. So leave me a comment. Let me know. And what do you think about this video? If you need more details, I can try to, without giving it away all everything, give you a few more details about what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, it was just a video to talk about people's basically audacity. You know what I'm saying? So you guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And until the next video, I'll see you next time.